Hello class, today's learning goal is I can multiply and divide algebraic expressions. So let's get started. To multiply algebraic expressions, you need to multiply the number parts and then multiply the variable parts together. Here in this example, we have two terms right here. The first term is right here, and the second term is right here. We have two multiplication parts right here, two multiplication operations. To do this multiplication right here, we need to take the number parts, 4 and 9, and get 36. Then we take the variable parts. We have x squared right here and t right here. They are not the same, so we can't multiply them together and to combine them. But what we can do is put them right next to each other. So we have x squared times t. We do the same thing for the other side. We have a 6 and 2, so we take the number parts, 6 and 2, and it gets us 12. Here we have a y here and a y right here. We can combine those y's. Y times y is y squared. Finally, we have this x right here, and we have x at the end. We keep the plus sign in the middle from right here, and the variable parts of these two terms are not exactly the same. This has two x's, this has one x. This has a t, this has two y's inside of it. So we do not combine terms because they are not alike. Let's take a look at another example. This one over here. Again, we have two terms, one right here and another one right here. Here we take the number parts, 5 and 3, to get 15. And then we take the variable parts. This has an x, this has two x's. That means we have x to the third power. Here we have a y. There's no y's on this side, so we just have a single y. Over here, we take 2 and 5 to get 10. And then x and y. Only one x and only one y. I want you to try this expression out on your own. Here again we have two terms. The one right here and the one right here. Try this one out on your own. Go ahead. So when you multiply the two parts together in the first term, you should get 18x to the fourth y. Over on this side, you should get 48x to the fourth y. You should also notice that these two are like terms. They both have x to the fourth y as their variable part. So we can subtract the two terms from each other. 18 minus 48 gets us negative 30. So we have negative 30x to the fourth y as our answer. Let's move on to divide algebraic expressions. Consider each algebraic expression to be in parentheses and then divide out common factors. First start with the numbers, then deal with the variables. So what I mean by that is we take each part that has variables inside of it to be as if they were in parentheses. So for example, this can be rewritten as 9xy squared divided by 3xy, because we treat these as if they were in parentheses. That way we don't do the multiplication for 9x and then y and then do the division by 3. We take all of this and divide it by all of this. So in order to do this, we again have to take a look at the number parts. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Recall that x divided by x, we just can simply cross out each one. Up here we have two y's, and down here we have one y, so we get rid of one y from both the top and the bottom. We have 3y. Over here we have 16 divided by 2 So that gives us 8. Let me rewrite that in a different place. We have, again, 3y minus 8. Here we have 1x. We have 4 x's. This turns into 3 x's. X to the third. We have 3y minus 8x to the third. They are not like terms, so we cannot combine them. Let's try this one together. Here we have 18y squared over 6. This doesn't have any variable parts, so we don't have to worry anything about it. So, all have to do is 18 divided by 6, which is 3, and just keep the y squared. Over here we have 2 divided by 4. We can't do 2 divided by 4, but we can simplify that because they both have a common factor of 2. This becomes 1/2. Over here we have x to the 7th, x to the 5th. That means we can get rid of 5 x's from both the top and the bottom. That leaves us with 2 x's at the top. Therefore we have x squared. Again, these two are not like terms, so we cannot combine them. I want you guys to try this one out on your own. Go ahead. If you did it correctly, you would have found that 81 divided by 9 is 9, so we have 9y squared. Over here we are multiplying, so we have 3 times 2, which is 6. And we have 2 y's here, which gets us y squared. These are both like terms, so we can combine them and get 15y squared. At this point, you can go ahead and start the summary form on Google Classroom. Have a great weekend.